This is our project. I hope you like it. The function of nutrition includes the digestion, which occurs in the digestive system, respiration, which occurs in the respiratory system, expression, which occurs in the excretory system, and circulation, which occurs in the circulatory system. Respiration is a process. Our body uses respiration to obtain energy, to obtain oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Thus combine oxygen with nutrients to obtain energy. This process is called cellular respiration. During cellular respiration, the carbon dioxide is produced. The respiratory system consists of the air passageways and the lungs. The air passageways are those tubes through which air goes in and out of our body. Includes the nostrils, the pharynx, the larynx, the trachea, the bronchial, the bronchioles, and alveoli.
The lungs are two spongy organs where gas exchange takes place. They are in the thoracic cavity, which is formed by the sternum, the ribs, and the spinal column.
Breathing movements are inhalation and exhalation. During inhalation, the lungs and the thoracic cavity expand. When we breathe in, oxygen goes from the nostrils to the pharynx and enters the larynx. From the larynx, it enters to the trachea, and the trachea is divided into two bronchi connected to its lung. Inside of the lungs, bronchi are divided into bronchioles. At the end of each bronchioles, there are alveoli, where gas exchange takes place. Oxygen from the air passes into the blood, and carbon dioxide from the blood passes into the air to be expelled. And during exhalation, the lungs and the thoracic cavity contract. Air containing carbon dioxide passes into the blood to be expelled. Expression. Bodily functions produced by substances that pass into the blood. Expression is the elimination of waste substances from the blood. The excretory system is formed by the kidneys, the bladder, the ureters, and the urethra. And the kidneys, they filter the blood and retain waste substances to create urine. The ureters, there are two tubes which transport urine from the kidneys to the bladder. And the bladder, it stores urine until it is expelled out of our body. And the urethra, it is the tube through which urine is expelled out of our body.
Sweat is a liquid that the body secretes. Sweat is formed in the sweat glands by the sweat glands in the skin. Sweat consists primarily of water, but it also contains a small amount of salts and waste substances. Blood is the only tissue in our body that is liquid. It reaches all the fluids in our body. It transports nutrients, waste, oxygen, and carbon dioxide.
Red blood cells are the most numerous, distribute oxygen and make blood red. White blood cells protect our body from illness. Platelets are cell fragments that attach to the wall of blood vessels when you have a wound. This process is called coagulation.
Blood vessels. Blood vessels are hollow tubes distributed throughout of our body, and there are three types. Arteries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart to other organs. The arteries near the heart are bigger, and the arteries far from the heart are smaller and have many branches. Veins. Veins carry blood to the heart. The veins closest to the heart are thicker too. Capillaries. Capillaries connect arteries to veins and circulate blood inside the organs. The heart. The heart is an organ made up of muscle that pumps blood around the body. The heart is located in the thoracic cavity. The heart is made up of two different halves called Each half is made up of two different areas called chambers. Atria. These are the two upper chambers of the heart. Blood from veins enters the heart here. Ventricles. These are the two lower chambers of the heart. Blood leaves the heart here and travels through the arteries.
Circulation. Blood is the movement of blood through. Circulation is the movement of blood through the blood vessels and around of our body. Blood circulation is the distribution of nutrients, the release of oxygen, and the pickup of the carbon dioxide.
Systole is the contraction of the heart, makes blood pumps into the arteries.
Diastole is the movement that makes blood enter the heart through the veins.
Pulmonary circulation is the movement of blood between the heart and the lungs. Blood in the right atrium passes to the right ventricle. The right ventricle contracts and pumps blood through the pulmonary arteries. Blood circulates through the pulmonary arteries to reach the capillaries. In the capillaries, gases change occurs. Blood picks up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. The returning blood passes from the capillaries to the pulmonary veins, which take blood to the left atrium of the heart. Systemic circulation. Systemic circulation is the movement of blood between the heart and the rest of the body. During this movement, blood takes in oxygen and picks up carbon dioxide, where it's produced during cell respiration process. Oxygenated blood enters the left atrium and passes to the left ventricle. The left ventricle contracts and passes blood to the aorta, and the aorta branches smaller arteries to reach the capillaries in the different organs.
In the small intestine, blood picks up nutrients through absorption. In the capillaries, blood releases oxygen and nutrients and collects carbon dioxide and waste substances. In the kidneys, blood is filtered to realize waste substances. Finally, blood returns to the heart through the right atrium.
Thank you for being the guidance of our hospital.